Ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure in welcoming you to the second annual general meeting of your company. The director's report and the audited accounts are before you, and with your permission, I shall take them as read. As you are aware, a great forward leap has been taken by our country by the liberalization of industrial policy by our government. As part of this liberalized policy, the sector which has benefited most is the secondary steel sector, which forms one of the most important sectors in our industrial economy. We are very thankful to our Honorable Prime Minister and his government for leading us along this enlightened path of economic progress. It should be noted that the major increase in the output of steel in future has basically to come from secondary steel sector only, since as already mentioned by the government, expansions in the public sector shall be very nominal. This is going to give a great boost to the secondary steel sector, which has to fill in the gap between the increasing future demand of steel and the supply. It should be noted that we have already become the 10th largest producers of steel in the world, surpassing the production of United Kingdom also. It has been internationally projected that India is one of the countries with the largest expansion potential for the future, especially in the iron and steel sector. It is estimated that from the present level of production of about 16 million tons of steel, the production shall rise to more than 25 to 30 million tons by 2030. Most of this increase has to be taken up by the secondary steel sector. As you are aware, the basic raw material for the production of steel in the secondary steel sector is iron scrap and sponge iron. The controlled availability of indigenous scrap, coupled with the fact that the imported scrap is bound to become dearer and dearer because of the increase in the international prices of scrap and because of the increase in the value of the dollar in case full convertibility comes through projects, a very of imported scrap is bound to increase. Accordingly, the position of the sponge iron industry is also bound to improve drastically. Currently, about 3 million tons of scrap needs to be imported in order to meet the requirements of secondary steel sector, which erodes the foreign exchange reserves of the country gradually. I am happy to take this occasion to emphasize that our company is a part of the economy drive to cut down the outflow of foreign exchange by substituting an imported raw material, that is iron scrap. I am also happy to inform you that our project is in the last phase of completion and trial production is targeted to commence in November 1992. Most of the government permissions are already obtained. In conclusion, I wish to express gratitude for the valued cooperation and assistance that I have always received from the directors on the board. Dear sirs, we thank you for your letter offering to represent us in India and Ceylon for the sale of our tractors and other agricultural machinery. Your offer is indeed timely, as we are ourselves anxious to extend our business to India and other countries in the East, thereby helping the region to mechanize its agriculture. In fact, our managing director, Mr. Phillips, who was on a tour of India during an industrial exhibition in New Delhi a few months ago, had explored the possibilities of extending our business to your country. He had contracted some firms in New Delhi, Bombay, Madras and Bangalore who are already dealing in tractors and other agricultural implements for the allotment of agencies, but he was not satisfied with the organization and setup of most of the firms. He had advised us to wait for some time till some suitable party comes forward for the agency. You will, however, appreciate that a major decision like the setting up of agency for our goods in India involves consideration of many important factors, including the sales organization of our firms. It is therefore imperative for us to send someone personally to visit your organization and its branches and discuss the whole matter in detail before any effective decision can be arrived at. I shall intimate to you the exact program of Mr. Phillips' visit within a few days. Yours faithfully, Deputy General Manager.